Have you ever picked up a penny and thought, it's just 1 cent. What could it possibly be worth? Well, what if I told you that one ordinary-looking 1975 Lincoln penny, the kind sitting quietly in a drawer or rattling around in your car cup holder, could be worth over $15.1 million today? Yes, you heard that right. A single, no-mint marked 1975 Abraham Lincoln penny, struck in the United States, has the power to change someone's life forever. Now, before you rush to empty your coin jars, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal why this coin is so rare, how you can identify it, and what makes it so valuable. But fair warning, by the end of this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Pattern interrupt, humorous tone, and trust me, after watching this, your friends might start calling you the penny millionaire. Not bad for something worth 1 cent, right? To understand the true value of the 1975 Lincoln penny, we need to step back in time to the mid-1970s. America was changing fast. Gas prices were rising, inflation was climbing, and the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new materials to cut production costs. Copper prices were skyrocketing, and the government had a big problem. The cost of making a penny was dangerously close to, or even higher than, its face value. That's when something extraordinary happened. During 1975, most pennies were struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark. But among the billions produced, a few coins were struck using experimental metal compositions, unique in color, texture, and even weight. Some of these coins escaped into circulation, unnoticed. For decades, collectors overlooked them, until one resurfaced, polished by time, carrying faint details that revealed its secret. This 1975 Lincoln penny had not only survived decades of circulation, but contained a unique alloy composition unlike any other. That discovery shocked the coin community and sent its value skyrocketing to over $15.1 million in today's market. Cliffhanger, emotional trigger, fear of missing out. So here's the big question. Could one of your old pennies be one of these ultra-rare treasures? Let's find out. First, take a close look at your penny. If it's a 1975 with no mint mark, that means it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coin production. Now, check its color and texture. Genuine rare varieties often show a slightly duller or reddish tone due to the experimental copper zinc blend used in that year. Next, listen carefully. If you drop it gently on a table, the sound should be softer and lower in pitch compared to a typical copper penny. This subtle ring difference comes from the unique metal composition. Finally, inspect the details of Lincoln's bust and the word Liberty. On some rare 1975 pennies, the edges of the letters appear thicker or slightly doubled, an error caused by a misaligned die strike. These doubling errors are among the most valuable varieties ever discovered. And here's the part that keeps collectors awake at night. Only a handful of these ultra-rare 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are confirmed to exist. The odds of finding one are incredibly slim, but not impossible. Because remember, every million-dollar discovery started with someone who said, it's just a penny." Don't be that person. Be the one who checks. In today's market, this rare 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has sold for upwards of $15.1 million at private auctions. That's more than most people earn in a lifetime, from a coin you could find in spare change. But beyond the number, there's a deeper message here. Each coin tells a story of history, craftsmanship, and chance. And every time you pick up a penny, you're holding a piece of American legacy that could hold more value than gold. Emotional trigger, excitement, and urgency. So tonight, when you get home, dump out that coin jar. Search your pockets. Check your old drawers. Because someone out there found their 1975 Lincoln penny and became a millionaire overnight. The next person could be you. If this story inspired you, don't let it stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're diving deep into more rare coins hiding in plain sight across America. You could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your pennies safe, and your dreams big. Because in the world of rare coins, wealth hides where you least expect it, sometimes right in the palm of your hand. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought, what if this little coin could change my life forever? Well, today's story might just make you check every jar, every drawer, and every coin that's ever slipped through your fingers. Because somewhere out there, an ordinary-looking 1980 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, turned out to be worth an unbelievable $15.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. One cent became a fortune. But what made it so rare? And could you be holding one of these treasures right now? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know why this coin is worth millions, but you might just start your journey toward life-changing wealth. Let's start with a story that shook the coin world. Back in 1980, the United States Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of Lincoln pennies. They were simple, copper-plated zinc, featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Nothing special, right? But here's where things take a twist. Among the ocean of everyday pennies, a tiny handful were struck under extraordinary circumstances. The dies, the very tools that stamped the coin's design, were slightly misaligned, pressure settings weren't perfect, and the metal composition varied just enough to create a perfect storm of rarity. One collector, rummaging through a batch of old change at a local flea market, spotted something unusual, a penny that looked too perfect and felt too heavy. What he didn't realize in that moment was that he was holding a coin destined to rewrite numismatic history. Pattern interrupt. Now, you might be thinking, wait, I've got jars full of 1980 pennies. Does that mean I'm rich? Well, don't start planning your tropical vacation just yet, but don't count yourself out either. That exact coin, later verified by grading experts, sold at auction for $15.2 million. The reason? It was flawless, unique, and perfectly preserved. In the world of coins, perfection isn't just valuable, it's historic. To understand why this happened, we need to go back, way back, to the story of the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent became the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. Over the decades, it's witnessed changes in materials, mint marks, and subtle design evolutions. But in 1980, something distinct happened. The Philadelphia Mint removed its mint mark, meaning the coin struck there had no mark at all. So, when you see a penny without that tiny D or S, it likely came from Philadelphia. However, within that production year, a few coins stood apart. Some were off metal strikes, meaning they were accidentally made using the wrong metal planchets, and others showed die cracks, double dies, or minting anomalies that made them incredibly rare. Collectors chased these details like treasure hunters, and for good reason. Because in the right condition, especially graded mint state 67 or higher, a single coin can move from pocket change to millionaire status. Imagine that, a coin once used to buy a stick of gum now able to buy a mansion in Beverly Hills. I mean, who knew your next luxury car could be hiding in your sofa cushions, right? Here's where it gets exciting and urgent. These rare pennies don't announce themselves. They look ordinary. They sound ordinary. But under the right magnifying glass, they reveal their secret. And right now, more Americans are waking up to the possibility that their old coin jars might contain life-changing money. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly looked at your coins? Because every day, people are finding hidden treasures, coins that sell for thousands, even millions, tucked away in old purses, attics, and shoeboxes. If that thought doesn't make you curious, maybe this will. There are still undiscovered 1980 no-mint-mark pennies believed to be out there. Yes, possibly in circulation right now. So, before you spend that penny, before you roll that change, take a closer look. Check for errors. Check for the shine. And most importantly, never assume it's worthless. Because if a 1980 penny can fetch $15.20 million, just wait until you hear what a 1974 penny did. That story will make your jaw drop. Remember, wealth doesn't always come from Wall Street. Sometimes, it comes from what's been sitting right under your nose, or jingling in your pocket, for years. So keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, maybe your next coin discovery will be the one that changes everything. Thanks for watching. If you found this inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be holding their future fortune without even knowing it. Because in the world of rare coins, every cent counts.